Hello my friends, welcome to the video. Thank you for joining me. My name is Owen Fox, and in this video I just want to share with you beautiful people, beautiful souls, that I received a message from my friend on Facebook, and kind of like, an old friend. I still like the guy, he's really nice, but he's just a little bit like, taking his time to like catch on to he doesn't really want to learn too much about the corruption in the world and like all the really bad things like pedophilia, like child sacrifice, and just the cabal and deep state like having their grip, fully controlling the media and just other stuff like that. So what I did was he asked me the question, like, do I think it's like healthy, because I'm into health, to spend so much of my time sort of into this stuff, is it healthy? So he obviously has his doubts about loads of stuff, but obviously millions and billions of us don't. We know what's going on. So what I replied to him is what I want to share with you in this video, and that is, it is our responsibility. First of all, I only spend a little bit of time, a fraction of my time, a small percentage of my time actually reading, listening and learning. But in the description box below I wrote a really epic reply to that I really enjoyed, and I actually want to invite you to copy and paste, or at least get ideas about how you could like write something similar or say something similar to any of your friends or family or people who may ask you about like thinking you're either a conspiracy theorist type of person or like that type of word, or even just questioning or asking you. So I just want to say this, okay? Hi. 1. It is our duty and responsibility as an awakening person, as a father, as a child, and someone to protect our children and our parents and other people's children and parents and people who adults of society, okay, and the entire world of Earth, to learn about the truth instead of being programmed, brainwashed and lied to all of our entire lives. So here's a lovely quotation. The reason you don't know you've been lied to, programmed and brainwashed is because you've been lied to, programmed and brainwashed. So, like I said to my friend in a written message that's epic under the description, just because you're not ready or able to learn about the truth and to deal with the truth does not mean it does not exist, or that anything's ever going to change if everybody just does nothing, says nothing and learns nothing. So basically speaking, as a father, as an adult, as a child to a parent, it is our duty, obligation and responsibility as an awakening person who has some power, who is not disempowered like people who are still asleep. It is our responsibility, duty and obligation to protect, love and care for all of us. Not only our family, but everybody. Not only our society, our country, but all the countries and societies in the world. All the young, middle-aged and old, everybody. So, we don't have to do anything with anger. In fact, it's far better to do things as much as possible, give with peace, acceptance and love, and making peace with how things have been in the past, yet working and looking towards creating and co-creating a bright future for us all together. Okay? So it's the light that dispels the darkness. It's the truth that dispels the lies. So the media have been the biggest bullshit and lie pumping machine that ever existed in human history. 24/7, they're pumping out constantly a whole lot of lies and bullshit to confuse you. If they were really interested in the truth, which of course they most certainly aren't, because they're dictators and they want an authoritarian one world government, which is going to fail, and they've been blown now. The truth's come out too much now. Mass awakening has occurred to such an extent, there's no going back. The consciousness of the planet has awoken so much, they have lost, and it's just this is now the beginning of the end. This is the beginning of the new golden era now, and it's just going to take time for the old systems and people and governments to slowly disappear and the new ways to appear. So this is phenomenal news, my friends. So I want to just paint that positive underlying picture of the golden era, knowing their plans are not going to succeed, even though we see scary stuff on the internet. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just don't think psycho's thoughts. Focus on your own vision and get active in that. That's all I want to say to empower you. Oh, it's a little bit noisy here. I wouldn't mind a little bit of a quieter area. So basically speaking, I shared the point with my friend that one, it's just like, it's almost like silly or a joke or very disempowered and sort of you're not fully stepping into your power and into your energy as a creator, as a powerhouse, as a father, as a brother, as a man, as a child to your parents, by just doing nothing, being unwilling to learn jack shit. So it's a certain percentage of our day. It doesn't even have to be every day, but just definitely a certain percentage of every week. And I'd recommend almost every day. Why not? Like, what else are we going to do? Like, I'm already like have many responsibilities, and I still find some time to learn some things. And it's also not only is there proof and evidence that clearly show the NWO, or should it be called the OWO, the old world order, not the new world order, the old world order, that completely and utterly incriminate and prove their evil deeds and their lies, deceit and control and manipulation and bribery and all sorts of like lies and manipulations, okay, with the school system, the medical system, the pharmaceutical industries, the doctors. There's clear evidence and proof of this, and they even admit to some of it too. So like, it's completely obvious. So part of this is about called connecting the dots. Okay. So what we want to do as part of our time is not only see the proof and evidence, but to connect the dots and to get the bigger picture. So this is actually a really, really positive and good thing to do, my friends. And it's just it's not a true word to call anyone who's actually open-minded and empowered enough to connect the dots and to research instead of just believing the biggest bullshitting lying machine and deception mind control machine that ever existed, which is the media. And the media comes in many forms, as you know. It's any information anywhere on any platform that serves as a machine or a tool, an instrument to deceive, lie, manipulate and control, and basically to affect your consciousness and the consciousness and empowerment of everyone and anyone, okay? Of everyone, the entire planet. So yeah. So I highly do encourage and support you in waking up and working on self-healing, raising your frequency, energy and consciousness, as well as learning the truth and facts and information. But I also want to say, don't get like obsessed with this or totally like sort of imbalanced or living in fear either. Be empowered, learn lots of information, share and pump out the truth. That's what I've been doing. I've been like prolifically sharing the truth over Instagram, Facebook the most, and also YouTube quite a significant amount, okay? But especially on Facebook. So befriend me if you want to learn, befriend me on Facebook. Let's work together as a team. There's millions and billions now of people who are learning the truth. Billions. I even heard one video got 1 billion views, and that was plandemicseries.com part 1, and there's also part 2 that I want to watch. But there's just so much now. Even recently in Berlin, there's like 3 million people or more protesting for 5 days consecutively. So well done to the Germans. Big shout out. So we don't have to live in a state of contraction or fear, tension or tightness, and I don't personally, okay? We don't want to or have to think about or get into the dreams and visions of the psychopaths or the dictators, okay? The people who are sick and unwell and trying to control the world, and they have been for a long time. But this is the first time in human history where their cover's been blown, everything's backfired on them, and they're in trouble, like, so to speak. Not that I want to hurt them, because it's not necessarily about having an enemy, it's about unity. We just want them to disappear from power, and whatever's going to happen, I don't really know what's going to happen to them, but they're going to be subdued and disempowered and taken away from power. So now is a time of a golden age, my friends, to share the truth and to act from love and make peace with everything that is or has been. This is important, okay? So make peace with everything that is or has been, as well as get busy thinking what you want to happen in the world. So that means thinking for yourself is the number one form of intelligence. Not what doctors and a lot of professionals do, but I have to talk with doctors. Like even wives of doctors have admitted this, and I'll try and put a link below where you can see this about doctors. Doctors are obviously just good meaning people for the most part, for sure, 100%. But what they learn in school is forced, it's manipulation. There's tons of rubbish and inaccuracies about the human body, and obviously about drugs, which is even the worst, but about the human body and how anatomy works. There's clear fake shit. And they're encouraged not to question, not to think for themselves, not to connect dots, not to question or ponder or reevaluate or grow and become improve stuff like anatomy, physiology, and the functioning of the human body and the functioning of nature, and how nature ties in with anatomy and physiology and the part of the human body, because we are part of nature and it is natural processes that makes the world go round, and our bodies too. They are encouraged just to regurgitate complicated facts and information and just spit it out and not have an idea of how a lot of it works. So, or if they do, they're just totally programmed to think that's how it works. They're closed-minded, even if it's like common sense that things don't work. So one of the recent videos that I watched was about how the heart isn't actually the pump, and it makes perfect sense it's not the pump at all. That's just more bullshit. Now, if you find that hard to believe, listen to this interview, and he states tremendous facts, and this ties in with geniuses who can think for themselves. I made a video like Tesla, and I made a video years ago how the greatest intelligence is not being academic or left-brained, but it's about being a mixture of left-brained and right-brained, and having emotional intelligence and wisdom and relationship communicational intelligence. But the biggest sort of intelligent intelligence / academic-y type of intelligence is, well, it's not even academic. The biggest intelligence is being able to think for yourself, being able to use your mind, not having it in concrete, blocked, stuck, dead, unable to think for yourself like a zombie, just being a regurgitating machine. Whatever you're told, you believe, or whatever you hear first, oh, that's the be all and end all. I'm never going to question anything. If someone says something second or third after the first thing I heard, that's zombie-ish and very not intelligent. So I consider myself to be very intelligent. Not only am I very good academically, and I also have very good emotional intelligence with people and relationship skills, both talking or communicating or expressing myself, but also listening. And I'm improving my empathizing and just feeding into other people too, which I'm not as high as everything else I just said, but I'm getting better, But overall, definitely a very good overall intelligence and wisdom, okay? Mixture of knowledge, and as well as just the ability to think and question things for myself. So I don't take anything at face value. I don't just believe anything I hear. I actually question everything. I regularly say, even if it's supporting my argument, my idea, the idea that I'm leaning towards, I often just say, well, I definitely don't even know if that's 100% true. How are we supposed to know what we hear is true? Without first-hand experience and absolute sort of first-hand experience that absolutely demonstrates or suggests using our own natural wisdom and intelligence, which is thinking for yourself. Then how do you know? If someone says inside a tree, here's an example. Doctors say you can't go more than 13 feet because the pressure of the liquids going up capillaries and tubes after 13 feet, or it could be 30. It's just the pressure's too much and it's going to be stuck. But that's not how blood or sap rises in trees that are hundreds of feet tall. It's true. It's true. Possibly, it's got to do with finer forces that Tesla and people like Rudolf Steiner and other geniuses, they're geniuses, or at least they could say they could think for themselves very effectively. They could connect the dots. They weren't geniuses. Just that's too much of a word. You're a genius if you can learn how to think for yourself and connect dots and evaluate and ponder, and stop just believing and being sucked into everything you've been told by anyone, including myself, because I'm not trying to tell you to believe everything I say either. Just practice thinking for yourself. But especially people who are corrupt, okay? So yeah, it's vitally important. So yeah, that's all I really want to say for the most part. So just know that if you are learning, You're brilliant and I love you. And I appreciate you very much. If you're willing to question, but don't just believe anything or everything, I love you. I love everyone, but I love you even a little bit more, you know? And if you can like share information without getting sucked into arguments, that's brilliant. And I blocked one person in the last 6 months on Facebook. Except for like the fake women spammers with fake like showing their boobs, because just obviously just block them. If I accidentally accept a friendship first, then oh, oops, block. But only one person I know I've blocked. So if you occasionally, on the rare occasion, give people chances, or just block them when you feel intuitively that they're not uplifting and they're just causing more strife and trouble on your page. I did that once, and I'm happy with myself. And I followed my heart and intuition, and I gave him a few chances for many days. But he's just a closed-minded person. He just like talking with the same media bullshit too much, as well as being a little bit insulting and degrading on my page to either some other people. So I said, that's enough. Giving you love. I've respectfully disagreed with you with respectful wording. I didn't even say that, but that's what I did the day before too. And I just, okay, sorry, I'm giving you a chance. Blessings, but you're not on my page anymore. You don't do anything good here anymore. Not that he did. He offered some argument. That was all right, but no, too close-minded. So I just want to say, my friends, like do stand in your truth, stand in your power, and get friends and people on social media who uplift you and empower you, and keep learning. And I'm with you 100%, and I support you. So please do befriend me on Facebook. Check out my link below and check out my other links I hopefully put up. I made this video today, and I think today is the 1st of September. Nice. So yeah, if you have any health questions or holistic questions or herb questions, please, if you want to be my friend and collaborate or do an interview on the radio or anything like that, or if you'd like me to be interviewed, I'd love to do that. I'd love to collaborate and work together, because that's how we'll win this, so to speak. Not by beating anyone, but we'll win and succeed when we work together as a team and we unite. And that's a loving act to respectfully co-create with other beings who share a loving vision, similar or the same as ourselves. So the only reason I make videos is to empower. So yeah, please do befriend me on Facebook, and check out my herb store for 10% off. You beautiful people. So for herbs, health, or holistic body, mind, spirit living, excuse me. Just befriend me, say hello, leave a question or comment. Definitely do share this video for others to know. But yeah, if you have any questions, I'd love to help you and your family or loved ones. If you have any health conditions or personal healing or personal empowerment, I also do relationship coaching, health coaching, and personal empowerment and healing coaching. And I'd love to do that, my friends. It's my passion. And soon I'm going to have a website up with where I'm selling my 4 new books, and I'm really excited about that. So do check them out when you get a chance. One is about relationships, one is about personal healing and wisdom, or personal empowerment and wisdom. One is about health, food, diet, detoxing, and the other one is about like just veganism. So anyway, respectfully love you and have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you and hearing your questions and comments. So do contact me, okay? Life is great, my friends. Life rocks. I love life. I know it can be challenging, but one of the hardest things to do is just be okay when we're not feeling good, and when there's some hard things happening, and just hold on to the rails, so to speak, and just surf our bad feeling and just be okay with our emotions, and then get some love and support and help and look after ourselves. And then soon the hard part will pass, and to live from your heart, because that's, if you have a hard thing with people, definitely living from your heart. So absolutely, please do check out my free playlist gift about relationships and communication. That's a godsend. It's a lifesaver. It's my honor to share that gift with you. It's beautiful. It'll help you so much in your relationship. I promise you, so much from the bottom of my heart. Sending you all love. This is my shungite. These are my crystals, and there are my crystals. There, I have 2. They're beautiful, aren't they? Have a nice day, my friends. Love you loads. Lots of love and blessings.